full time here at Louisville City Slugger Field as the Purples grind it out and come away with a 1-0 result over the Rochester Rhinos thanks to a 77th minute goal from the super sub Brian Ownby as he was able to get his second goal of the postseason, and the Magna Wave save of the match comes from Greg Ranjetsing. Magna Wave, the leader in pulsed electromagnetic field therapy. And what a mighty save it was from Ranjetsing. And although he spilled it initially, he was able to pick up the pieces and send Louisville City on their way to the conference finals for a third straight year. Just as many as their existence. And thanks for joining us here in the booth for postgame. Tyler Terrence along with former German pro Devin Kerr. And everybody at home for Louisville can take a deep breath. If you're on the Rochester side of things, definitely a disappointing result. But for Louisville, it was just a grinded out type of night.
You know, we made a million different comments about what they needed to do, and we need to change this tactically and that tactically, but you still had to go out and do it. And credit to Louisville, they showed great heart, character, and pride coming out in the second half after a first half an abysmal performance, getting that goal, and just can't say enough about Brian Ownby and the effort that he put in here tonight.
And now the highlights from the 90 minutes that we just saw. And early on, it was Rochester who were on the front foot, who looked like they might find the breakthrough. And this one in particular, this is one that Jordan Dover is going to have nightmares about.
And we talked about the spacing for the back line of Louisville and just letting him run through. Toach, Craig, Murad, Ranjetsky absolutely furious with all of them. Dover just coasting his way through the back line, going one-on-one, and tries to pick out that far post. Graff asking for the ball, but Dover needs to do much better in that situation.
And then Louisville would have a couple opportunities in the first half, but none bigger than this. Luke Spencer almost got the first one for Lou City right at the end of the first half.
This was very telling of the way the first half went. Not really much to do and to write home about, but Spencer making the most of his opportunity and just his efforts glancing off the near post.
Raymond Lee with a good shot from distance, but Greg Ranjetsing was up to the task.
Ranjetsing was very busy and questionable with his decision-making ability on set pieces especially, but again, when balls were coming in and things were being fired out, I mean, he did a good job pushing them to the side.
And then in the second half, Ownby and Mark Anthony Kay, a double switch at halftime for James O'Connor, and immediately they were making an impact.
And we wondered why he went so early to his bench, but again, they were just lacking that crispness and offensive firepower to get forward, and then right away in the second half, like you said, Ownby just continued to push. Great ball played in. Ownby gets a nice turn to the byline, cuts it across to Spencer, and how Luke Spencer gets that ball on frame, I have no idea, and another good save by Tomas Gomez.
And then this was the big moment for Lou City. Great ball in from Kyle Smith and Brian Ownby for the second time in the postseason, a goal off of the bench. And this one wasn't icing on the cake. This was to get them into the conference final.
And you have to understand, that play starts in the defensive third. It's a long ball played in to Brian Ownby. He then plays it back to Smith, and Smith and Ownby proving that it does only take two to tango. Ownby getting in behind the back line and finishing off to that back post, and Tomas Gomez had to sit there and watch the greatness that was Brian Ownby here in the second half.
And then Ownby almost made it two in about 5 minutes. What a save from Tomas Gomez, the Golden Glove winner in 2016 and 17.
Yeah, Ownby proving that he felt like Superman this evening, and no kryptonite present for him whatsoever as he continued to push forward and showed so much offensive capability, and also on the defensive side of the ball worked back and did a good job too.
And then this was the last chance of the match for Rochester. Boucher on the free kick. It wasn't a bad effort, but Ranjetsing was up to the task, and that would do it from Slugger Field. And now a live look at the 2017 USL Cup playoff bracket. Lou City are on to the conference finals for a third straight season. They take down Rochester, Tampa Bay, and New York Red Bulls too. Last time we checked, we're still all knotted up at 1 apiece, thanks to the equalizer from the penalty spot from Stefan Bonomo. And it's all smiles here at Slugger Field for Louisville City as they take down Rochester thanks to a 77th minute goal from Brian Ownby as they continue their spectacular run, not only in the postseason, but it's really just been a terrific regular season as well for Lou City. Dominant from start, and I won't say start to finish because their season is not over yet. Another win, another clean sheet for James O'Connor's crew. They await their opponent of either Tampa Bay and New York Red Bulls 2 in the next round. For Devin Kerr, my broadcast partner, I'm Tyler Terrence saying so long for now. The final score from Slugger, Louisville 1, Rochester 0.